Welcome to Robyn, Tarot Psychic Medium Answers for You. Thought I'd get on for a little bit of a live session. Had some technical difficulties yesterday, so if it happens again today, please excuse me, but for the ones that get through and do get a reading, you know, all power to you. So I'm a psychic medium. I do Reiki work, I do hands-on healing, distant healing. I'm an artist, I write, so a bit of everything. Been to houses to remove spirit from homes, which I don't have to go to a house to do that, I can do that from here. Yeah, all sorts of things. So I'll wait till a few people get in the room. I'm in my room at the moment, my reading room. Let's have a look. Okay, Rena. Hello, Rena. How you going? Loza? I'm going to say that one. Okay. So when we get a few people in the room, if anyone would like a reading, just put yes, please, and we'll go from there. Oh, an Aussie. Cool. Usually I'll get American people on here. So, you know, hands up if you're from Australia. I'm based in Australia in Broken Hill, which is a mining town. I actually lived in Adelaide first, which was one of the biggest cities. And then we moved to, of all places, a ghost town in Silverton. So that was very interesting, going from, you know, like a small city to a ghost town with like less than 50 people. That was very interesting. At the time, you know, we kids used to watch a lot of westerns, so I was sort of like a bit disappointed because there was no tumbleweeds and, you know, old saloons, etc. So that was hilarious. Okay, I'm not sure how many are in the room. Who'd like a reading? If anyone would like a reading, just put yes, please, and we'll go from there. Aussie EEMZ, hair going up. Okay. Okay, so for you, darling. Okay, so first of all, we have a situation where you're surrounded by peers or workmates, and they're saying you've done a good job, so they're supporting you. The next card shows taking time out to give to yourself now. So there's a time of like recuperation, you know, or at least seeking help to give back to yourself, you know, whether it's a psychologist or, you know, a trip somewhere or whatever. That's for you. The next card shows some sort of heartfelt wish. So there's some wishing on your part to do with something with love. The next card shows the Queen of Cups, so this is either you or someone around you, and this woman is mystical, loving, very strong, psychic, you know, into all of those things. So if it's not you, it's someone around you. The next card shows that there's some wound that's been open, and there's been arguments, you know, whether it's between a wife and a husband, or, you know, your parents, or this is you. I feel like you're actually the one that's got the wound though, so this is how you're feeling, but once that's open you can heal. So for everyone at the moment, that's sort of what's happening anyway. Now the next card shows lots of work, money in, money out, so, you know, you may have started either a new job or something, you know, study or something, but either way there's money in, money out, and a lot of work. The next card is the Death card, which basically means the end of something. So there's an ending to some cycle. So what that only that is, you know. So whether that was, you know, a partner or a job or something, but there's the ending of something. Now the Angel card that I'm getting to give to you is have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you don't yet see. So, you know, I personally think hope's the most important thing in the world, because without hope, you know, I feel like there's nothing. I don't know what this light is on my chin. I think it's a reflection coming from somewhere. Anyway, yeah, so without hope, I think for me, I wouldn't have continued because, you know, when you go through life and you just keep coming up against challenges constantly, it is very hard to continue. So if anyone offers you that little bit of hope, then that'll keep you going. But everything's going to be fine. Now, next person. Let's have a look. What's your name again? That's a good name. Oh, David, okay. I've got a brain like a sieve, so that's a good one, David. All right, so for you, you're at a crossroads in your life now, love. And now you need to start listening to your intuition and just those, you know, gut feelings you get. So, like, at a crossroads mean you may be going in a new direction, but you choose. So you're walking away from things that haven't been fantastic in terms of, you know, life. It's been a bit tumultuous. There's been lots of arguments, but, you know, you've been psychically or spiritually protected by your, you know, spiritual family, if you like. Now, you're thinking about a love from the past or something in the past that you love to do, and this can also mean that maybe someone from your past will come back through. Only you know that. Or there's something you used to do that you enjoyed that's going to come back through. Just hang on a sec, guys. I'll just see if I can shift that. Now it's on the cheek. Hang on, do it that way. Oh no, I don't know where that light's coming from, but anyway. So love from the past is coming back in. The next card shows that there's something that you want that you have got, and your peers and or, you know, workmates are saying you've done a great job, so they're, you know, commending you. The next one shows that you need to bring up, or rather there's a huge gush of energy coming through at the moment, and you need to sort of be more in charge of everything, not letting other people make decisions for you. So there's a huge burst of creativity, the world's in your grasp, but you did get what you wanted, so that's good. You're moving away now from a turbulent state, so that's fantastic, which is basically the same message as that earlier card, walking away from the rubble. So you're moving away from that now, so there's, you know, smoother sailing ahead. There may be gossip and you know, arguments around, but, you know, in any transition you can find that. And then it ends with the King of Cups. So whether this is you or someone around you, this person's holding a goblet, which indicates love. He could be a romantic person or an arty person, musical. He may be moody or, you know, emotional, but there's a definite male there. So I'll just pull out a... Okay, so the card that I got told to pull from the love pack is love yourself first. So your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I mean, I've had a challenge with this my entire life also. It's like, you know, when you don't respect yourself, you accept relationships that are not really the best. And the more you love yourself and respect yourself, the more authentic, you know, decent love that you will attract. So that's your reading. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Joy. Well, I don't know about well. I've got so many things going on health-wise, it's not funny. Okay, so, Kathy B, I can do you a reading, love. Okay, so for you, Kathy, at the moment, you've kept a lot of negative energy at bay, so you've sort of just kept in front of it. The angels now are telling you to decide what the next step is, so they're wanting you to make a choice. So don't live in fear, you know, you've got to move beyond that. The next card shows travel over water, so if that's for work, I'm not sure because it's a wands card, which often I see as work. That's right, Aussie. The next card shows there might be a new offer for work, a job. So whether maybe this travel is to go and find out about this job only you know. The next card shows some sort of payment or monies that are not expected and or not usual. So, you know, it's a payout from, you know, maybe a prior company if you're moving to a new job, or a bank loan, or money's given to you by, you know, someone in your family. But there's some sort of money that's going to become available that you weren't expecting, but you're grateful. And then the last card, the Emperor, shows that, you know, you're having different ways of thinking now. So there's lightning flashes and changes of thinking. The world's in your grasp. You know, you've got to sort of take on that Emperor role in terms of your energy. So, you know, be upstanding and, you know, fight for what you want. And that's pretty much it, really. The angel card they're telling me to pull out for you is, as you honour and follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming to you now. So basically people at the moment are being realigned in the direction of what their sole purpose is. So, you know, if we're in jobs that really aren't going to fulfill that requirement, we're getting pushed out of them, and then we're moving into the direction we had chosen to fulfill before we came here. So that's actually a good thing, because nobody wants to waste time in jobs that don't bring any sort of, you know, fulfillment. So that's your reading, love. Okay, so Brandy B. Tremano, or Treman with a 0. Okay, you know who you are, love. Okay, so a love reading. My love is sitting under my feet. He's a little hound, a little fur bag. Okay, so let's have a look. Right, the first one says the signs are cautioning you, so pay attention to the red flags. So if you've got someone in mind at the moment, that would make me think that there might be some red flags. So look out, because if you're like me, what I used to do was, you know, the sunshine out of their bum, and you didn't see the negative aspects of it, and then you try and be what they wanted you to be. So this is saying take notice of the red flags. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Yeah, that's really difficult. Try doing a cord cutting thing where you imagine a cord going from them to you, like an umbilical cord, and you cut the cord, and their cord goes back to them, your cord goes back to you. So you're releasing any power they have over you, and, you know, you're asking them to move on, you know, in love and light. You don't ever send any negativity, because unfortunately you get that back. So the next card's talking about flirting. So extend your light-hearted energy to others. So this is the romance of a lifetime, true love. So there must be someone coming for you to be told to let, you know, the past relationship go, and then to say, you know, relax and start flirting. Trust, because true love's on the way. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. So see in your mind's eye what it is you want to manifest, like the type of person that you're after. Oh, now I know what that light is. Hang on. It's all right, I've got some crystals here. And it's... Anyway, yeah, so give your relationship a chance. So work on your partnership. So, you know, it's sounding to me like, okay, there might be someone that you need to release in your heart, because the other person that you're thinking of is true love, and to actually visit, or the person that may be coming to you will be a true love, and start visualising what you want in the forefront of your mind. And that is not necessarily how the person looks, but it's like the qualities you want in a person, and to give that a chance, you know. And it is hard when you're stuck on someone else, you know, to let that go. Okay, so what have we got? Shasta Helen, yep. Okay, so what have we got? Okay, so there's been some sort of feeling of betrayal. So whether this person did betray you or not, there's been that go down. Someone's, taken off. There's regret over this loss, and there's been, a loss of love and or, emotion regards to this. At the moment, there's the hanged man feeling, so it's just waiting around like that in between, which isn't great, but, in that moment we have a chance to recalibrate and bring our energy up. There are things that are being said that you're not wanting to hear, and you're feeling like you're on your own. The next card shows that there's some sort of job or monetary offer and you're not sure whether to take it or not. The next card shows the new, like a new job or a new beginning in regards to money, but this will bring greater growth, like it'll bear fruit in the long run, and feeling a bit foolish. So that sort of means the Fool card is something new, maybe something you haven't tried before, but once again that will bring growth. The Angel card, okay, is, okay, so what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. So negativity will block your process. For me personally, I used to block it through, fear and worry, etc. So now I understand how important it is to be positive. So anytime you're feeling negative, there are so many meditations on YouTube. Just look up something to clear your energy, and you only have to play them. I used to play stuff at night when I was in bed, and it really helps. The next one is to heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. So whatever the situation is, see that person's point of view with compassion. And if it's, you're in the middle of leaving someone or whatever, it doesn't mean you have to be with them, but you can view them, separate to yourself. And I never really did that when I separated from my ex-husband. I just knew that the energy was sort of the type of energy that I couldn't grow from, and that my soul would just die. But I never really thought about it until years later, how it must have felt for him to be with someone that you love, and you want to be with that person, and then they don't want to be with you, So it would be horrible. So, yeah, so I never had really thought about that till 20 years later. Okay, so okay. So if anyone else would like a reading, just put yes please. We haven't got many people, we've only got 5. Not many people in the room. I think it might be late over there. It's only the afternoon here in Australia. Yeah. So Jadamik. Okay. Okay, so Jadamik or whatever. Okay, so tarot-wise, what they're telling me here is you're moving forward. It could be to do with work. There's some new business or something that's coming up, a venture. And then there's the Queen of Wands. So if this is you, maybe this is talking about a new business or venture that you're thinking of doing. Now, regards to the love section, so I mean that would be exciting to start a new business. Alright, so okay, so first of all, you've got heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So if this is someone that you're in a bind with, or as you say, situation, talk about your feelings with this person honestly. I mean, if you can't talk to the person, you've got nothing, basically. And I used to always go for emotionally, what's the word? Closed down males. So probably because I didn't feel I was afraid to have a relationship after being stalked for 20 years. Or 10 years. So, okay, so financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So finances and career, so that might be taking precedence over, say, a relationship. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, this situation involves marriage, and yes, there is a soulmate, and your feelings are real and worth exploring. So, okay, so definitely have a conversation with this person. Your career might be taking, you know, the main focus at the moment. Time apart might clear your head. There's definitely a wedding to come. This is a soulmate, and your feelings are worth exploring. So that's what I've got for you, love. And I mean, only you know what resonates, you know, what you feel is right. And sometimes these readings, you know, you'll get some information. It might be tomorrow. I've had people say to me the thing happened the next day, or it might be, you know, 6 months. It just depends, because your free will overrides anything that we can get in terms of a forecast. Also, things often happen when it's for the benefit of all. So, you know, when everybody's in alignment, that's usually when things happen. Okay, good, Brandy. Okay, so Mushi, M-U-I-S-H-Y. Okay, so for you, Mushi. Okay, so things have been rough. You've got an upcoming hurdle here or challenge, but once you get over that challenge, it's home sailing. So, you know, just know beforehand when it rocks up, you completely have control over it, and or you'll do well, and then it's home sailing. And this could be in a job situation. There's definitely movement in that regard. And the Chariot comes up after that moving card, and it's sort of talking about, you know, maybe a trip. Things aren't black and white. There might be delays in trips. The next one's the Empress, which is basically cycles. You know, we all know, especially women, about the cycles in life. You know, could be birthing a new job or an idea or a baby, and that's followed by the Knight of Pentacles. So there's a male there. So, you know, whatever this challenge is, you can cope. There will be movement, possibly a move even. There might be some delays regards to that. Definitely birthing either a child or a business or job. And then there's a Knight of Pentacles. Now, the two cards they gave me after that is your life purpose fully supports you, and leadership. Take charge of this situation. So I suppose, you know, if they're saying you have leadership in this role, or this situation, I mean, that's good really, isn't it? So you've got the upper hand, that would suggest to me. Okay, so that was yours. Okay, so Rachie D, yep. Okay, so where you're at the moment is there's possibly contracts are being signed or to be signed, money in, money out, balancing act, walking away from either a job or a home, so whether that's a relationship or a job, I'm not sure, but walking away and feeling, you know, depressed about it, which is absolutely normal to feel that. Now, I was told to pull out a heap of love cards here, or relationship cards. So it's saying separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, unrequited love. So there's not enough power cord. And I know yesterday I had some trouble with this phone because I'm waiting on a new one, where I was doing readings and the people couldn't hear them because it had thrown me off. So I'm hoping I'm still on here. Okay, so back to Rachel. So separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Unrequited love. So there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Make the effort. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, and getting to know each other. So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I mean, that just sounds to me like there is someone else that you've become interested in that might be different to what you're normally used to, and to, you know, open up to this person. So hopefully that might give you a bit of insight there into where you're at, because most of my readings are sort of like where the person's at and what maybe the next step is, or what can help them sort of, you know, move past something. Okay, hello. Okay, XXX Smokey. Can I have a reading? Yeah. That's one of my paintings back there. Probably can't really see it very well. I was watching Ziggy Booten do a live feed earlier and I was like, oh, I just want to go do another one now. Just hopefully the phone just doesn't cut out. Okay, so XXX, Six of Pentacles. So there's some sort of offer of money or payout of money. Okay, so something that's not the norm. There's, in a job situation here, the feeling I get with the next card is that, say you're working away, or could even be in a relationship, because I've had that come through as like a partner for someone. Whoever you're with is not sharing the money and or the resources. So, you know, there's that feeling of you're, you know, doing everything, working away fine, but the partner's sort of been a bit stingy. Now, the next card's the King of Swords, which I often see as a legal card. Next card is there's some sort of wish you have. The marriage card follows that. So that could be, I mean, it can go either way. It can be someone that you're going to marry or that you're already married to. So if I'm seeing a legal card and someone's being stingy with money and a payout, it could be that it's actually like a divorce. But if you haven't got a partner, that to me suggests the perfect partner. So it can go either way. So only you know that. And the following card after that is, if it's not a young male, it's the Page of Pentacles. So that could either be a young male, or the way I usually read this is if it's a job, it's something new and this will bring growth. Okay, so because that talked about the partner. Okay, so love-wise, let go of control issues, allow this situation to unfold naturally, and reconciliation. So someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so that's yours, doll. Hope that has some answers in there for you. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, so M-S-A-I-M-E-E, Miss Amy Stay. Okay, reading for you. Alright, so the first is the Queen of Cups. So this may represent you or someone around you. Someone who is into esoteric material, who's very maybe psychic, artistic, musical, that type of thing. Now the next card's the King of Cups. So this may be a partner. He's very similar. So he's also musical, romantic. So I actually feel like this is a partnership here. Now there's a couple. There's moving away from a turbulent existence thus far into a calmer time. It's now you're at a crossroads. The next card is either a new job, traineeship or something like that. Lots of work, money in, money out. And there's some sort of wound that's being opened, you know, that now you can heal from, but you know, I mean, it doesn't feel like that when it begins, but that's what it is. And that's followed by the Death card. So something has ended, but in that ending, a new beginning can start, and, you know, there's a much brighter future ahead. Now, regards to the love cards, we have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Once again, if you don't love yourself, no one else is going to. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So, okay, so, you know, the angels are saying, love yourself. There is a new person coming. And trust yourself. I think trust is really hard, you know, because when you've had relationships that haven't worked, you tend to think that you make not very, good choices. So it can be tricky because, and if we don't trust, we don't let another person in, you know. And or, you know, if we've had someone in the past that's had certain behaviour and they've changed, you know, it's hard to sort of imagine that can happen. But of course it can. Go with your gut feeling overall though, love. Heather's Debsky. Okay, good. Heather Debsky. Okay, so Two of Swords, arguments around you at the moment. So whether this is between a couple not wanting to hear the fighting. So, you know, if it's not you, it could be someone around you that's fighting and you just don't want to hear them carry on. Next one is a love from the past, or something you love doing is returning. So feeling nostalgic, thinking about that. A new burst of energy is coming through. You know, you've got what you want at the moment and the world's in your grasp. There's a feeling of, you know, like iciness around you, and there could be gossip, you know, arguments, needing time out, a retreat to look after yourself. There's a woman around you that might be supporting you, or it could be you, and she's a high priestess. So she knows what life's about. She's just feeling dissatisfied and things aren't black or white. Okay, so romance-wise, it's saying to free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Worth waiting for. So divine timing is at work in your life. And as I said before, it's sort of like everybody has to be at the right spot for the blessing and the miracle to come in. And sometimes, you know, some people aren't as quick with their lessons as others. And very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So whatever you're waiting for is coming. But you've also got to decide what it is you want. As I said, you know, if we don't put in the forefront of our mind what we really truly desire, then the universe can't give it to us. Okay, Kylie Gunn. Yep. Okay, so Three of Pentacles. So there's some sort of offer to do with money here. So it might be a few jobs. You might have a few options. Eight of Swords. Okay, so once again, holding all the negative crap at bay. Guardian angels are looking at you saying, now you've got to decide, you know, don't be paralysed in fear, move forward. There's some sort of new traineeship or something that's happening. And once again, in this card, it sort of says that someone's holding their cards to their chest and might not be sharing, you know, as much as they should be. There's a wish, there's a feeling of you wanting a wish, but you're feeling isolated. Now, the Ten of Cups shows a married couple, so whether that's what you're wishing for, a marriage. Now, your cards are saying that pay attention for the red flags, flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm a born flirt. It's embarrassing. True love, this is the romance of a lifetime. So, okay, so if that's finished showing the Ten of Cups, which to me is like a married couple, then definitely love is on its way, and that's probably, maybe that's what you're wishing for. But flirt and just be positive, you know, be yourself, but just pay attention to any red flags that do come up. You know, like if there was a choice between more than one person. But, you know, ultimately when we come into this planet, we have soul contracts with others, and if we're going to have a relationship with someone, we will, you know, and if not, nothing will make it happen. So I think, you know, when you're young, you don't realise that, you know, so then it's more about I'm not good enough and, you know, that type of thing, but it's really nothing to do with that. It's your vibrational level that attracts people, and it's karmic and soul connections, you know. Okay. Peace Queen. Yep. Now, Two of Wands, so money in, money out. Contracts might be in the background there. Feeling overburdened, you've taken on too much. Whether this is in a work situation, only you know, but you've definitely, you know, you're exhausted. You're so close to what you want. Now, there could be travel plan delays, or, you know, delays in general. Things aren't black and white. You're stepping into more mature level at the moment of your life. The Hanged Man is just waiting around. Things that you don't want to hear at the moment are being said, and there's gossip. Ring me on the phone. She never rings me, but anyway. Okay, so that was the Two of Wands, money in, money out, contracts in the background, being overburdened with something at the moment, whether it's work or just in general, feeling exhausted, so close to what you want. Now, things aren't black and white, but there could be some travel delays or plans being, you know, delayed somehow. The Hanged Man is a time of waiting, so you just feel like you're hanging around, not wanting to hear something. People might be not being very pleasant at the moment. There could be gossip, things like that going on around you. There's a woman there who may be supportive, a queen, and the Hierophant shows that you want things on a more authentic level. There may be plans to come, but just, yeah, that authenticity and wanting peace. Now, I'll just... Okay, so finances and career. So financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And this is your soulmate. So whoever you're thinking about is your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Okay, so just hang on a sec. I'm a diabetic and I'm having a low, so I'll just hang on a sec. I wondered why I was sweating, but now I understand why. It's probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock. I haven't had lunch yet, so I'll just grab this. Have a look at my background there, that painting. I wonder why I was sweating. Okay, so that was for you. Yeah, as a diabetic, you can't sort of go the whole day without eating something anymore. Kylie Gunn, if I haven't done a reading for you, just pop up a thing, Will. Kylie? Okay, Karma. I'm still waiting to see if Kylie sends me a message, but I'll do Karma. So Karma, Karma, Karma. Okay. Okay, so karma. First card for you comes up here is the hope card. So whatever pain you've had inside and you've kept to yourself, you've let that out now. So you're healing from that. There's a feeling of vulnerability and emotion, like, you know, you've let emotion go. But all these dragonflies that are gushing out of this Pandora's box now, saying that you're moving forward now. Your guardian angels are in the background watching over you, so that's great. Now the next card talks about feeling sort of like being pulled up by your angels and saying, put your energy into one thing. You know, you're dispersing it in too many places. So you've got to choose now. So, you know, and I'm that sort of person too. I tend to want to do a whole million different things at once. Now the next card's the Three of Cups. So you're sitting sort of feeling isolated, romantically speaking. Your guides are watching over you, and you have people in front of you offering you love. So your family and friends might be supporting you in that way, but you know, it's probably not the love and support you want. The next card's a Strength card, so you've got the strength to deal with whatever's coming your way, and you have done so. You know, you've got it under control. The Two of Pentacles could be a new job, traineeship, or something like that, money in, money out, and a lot of hard work. Now, there's been a wound that's opened, and from now you can move forward and heal from that, sort of like a hope card. But there's a bit of a battle over something, so somebody wants what you've got. So, you know, if this was a separation or if this is a job that you're going for, somebody wants what you've got. Now, just in case it's a job, I'm getting told to pull out a few life path cards. Okay, so you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Author. Counselling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. It's beautiful. And energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. I mean, if I were you, for me personally, that's been the joy of my life. So I would suggest get into all of that and join some groups if you haven't already, and just know that that is the focus of your life. Okay. Kylie Gunn. I'm not sure if I did one for you or not, but I'll do one here. I mean, you know, if I did, you get two. Okay, so this is a fairly big one here. Okay, so for Kylie Gunn, we have the Nine of Pentacles. That talks about being sort of satisfied, like you're in your home, you have money, means, etc. You know, you've got what you need. There's growth and happening around you. So basically, that's a solid, good card in your circumstance. That's followed by a Justice card, which could be a legal card, wanting justice for something or going to court about something to do with wanting justice. The next card talks about the beginning of a new business or monetary venture, something that you're interested in. The next card talks about happy family, so a family situation. Following card talks about like exhaustion at the moment. So you may be feeling exhaustion, and the angels have been protecting you up to now. There's a next card talks about whether it's a work situation or in general. There's a trip, could be over water. You're at a crossroads, so it's your time to choose now. There's a male, the Knight of Pentacles, which is followed by the Empress, which is birthing of a job or a company or a child. It's knowing and understanding that life revolves and works in cycles. Now, the love card they're giving me for you is, it is safe for you to love. So open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And the last one, separation. So time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So whether that's separating from someone else, like, an ex, and then moving on to something, and feeling that you can move on to something. Because I know that when I divorced my husband, and he stalked me for a long time, a decade, I felt that I couldn't move forward. So this is saying now for you, it's safe to move forward. So that's good to know. So, who else would like a reading? Yeah, exactly, Kylie. I mean, because until your energy rises, like vibrates at a slightly different level, you're going to probably attract the same sort of people, and that's what happens. And that's why sometimes God puts a block on us or whomever, so that we can change our vibration and attract different types of people. Because it's an unconscious thing. We unconsciously attract whatever lesson we haven't learnt, you know, and until we learn it, we keep attracting it so that we can get the lesson, you know. So, yeah, so just be yourself, you know. That's all you can do, be yourself, and just have standards, but you know, boundaries. You know, I never really used to think about that because I didn't think much of myself. So that's the thing, you've got to love yourself first, you know. So just start putting in your mind's forefront of your mind the type of love that you want, you know. Thank you, Chicky. God bless you, doll. Okay, so Kensington, can I please have a reading? Yes. Oh, okay. Peace, Queen. Apparently people tell me I'm spot on, but, you know, whatever. But, you know, and it's also, like I said, the sort of readings I generally try and do is, like, enlighten the person to what's happening in the moment. So you can go, okay, I see that, and then clearing blocks, because, you know, I know what it's like to be, basically, I feel like I've done 2 life sentences. I've had, you know, 20 years where I had 10 years as an agoraphobic from being, you know, stalked for 10 years. And, you know, like, I know what that's like. So that's my passion. I want to help people move forward and just take away a few of the, you know, blinkers, you know. So, yeah. So, okay, so this is for Kensington. I mean, I do that sort of energy work in my healing room at home. Okay, so for you, darling, you have walking away from life that's been a bit tumultuous, so, you know, like, not pleasant. 4 of Wands. Okay, so if you're in a work situation here, you're being heralded for a job well done, so you're supported by your workmates. The next card talks about having some sort of wish to do with love. Next card talks about having someone from the past or something you did in the past either come back in, or you're nostalgic and you're thinking about it. So the next card shows a married couple, so whether you're thinking about that from the past or that will manifest in the future, only you know. The Emperor comes up, so that's new ways of thinking and, you know, strength and being in charge of your own life, etc. Next card talks about the Knight of Cups. So there is a male here, so whether this is a new male coming in or someone around you at the moment, you know, whether that is a partner that's considered to be, you know, the perfect partner, only you know. But then the last card is the Sun. So the Sun is, you know, basically joy, happiness, parties, love, all the good stuff. So that, you know, to me would be the most fantastic card. And the romance card is keep an open mind. So your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. You know, and I suppose I used to have psychics tell me constantly, you know, because I'd go back and forth trying to find out, you know, what was going on. And they'd say, you've got a big P above your head, patience. And I'd think, yeah, well, I don't have any of that. So patience is one of the hardest lessons to learn. And the less you have, the more things the universe throws your way to actually, how can I put it, teach you how to be patient. So, yeah. So that's your reading. Okay, so there was a Renette there somewhere. Hang on. A whole heap of them just plopped up. Where are you? Oh, hi from Australia. Surf, here you go. Yep. Now, where did you go? goodness, there's lots here. Hang on. Let's see. Oh, now, Renette, Binny. Okay, so for Renette, we have the Nine of Cups. So there's some sort of, you know, romantic wish, or there's like your guides and that around you. They're trying to get this person to you, but I wouldn't say or feel that this person's manifested just yet, or the right person. Now there's the King of Pentacles, so this could be someone in a job situation, or it could be a partner, but Pentacles usually sort of represents money. Someone, you know, who has money and means and is sort of stable, I suppose you could say. Seven of Swords is walking away from, you know, what's been a tumultuous life. Like I said, there's prayers definitely to do with, you know, love, or there's some sort of wish there, definitely. Now there's Justice, so wanting justice or legal issues there, as in wanting justice but going through the legal process. So let me see, so it's definitely... So maybe you've walked away from this King of Pentacles, and you. Okay, so I'm feeling like that's definitely. You feel like you're on your own. You're walking away from this King of Pentacles. Life has not been happy for you with this person. There's some sort of heartfelt wish, but there's a Justice card at the moment. Okay, and then it's followed by the Happy Family. So whether you have actually. You know, like support from your own family, and, you know, if you have children, etc. But there's definitely support from your family. And at the moment, you're feeling exhausted, so you need to go away and recover. Now, from the actual romance pack, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So for that, I would just think any gut feelings you have, follow them. I mean, I don't know how many times I've ignored it and lived to regret it. Let your friends help you. So ask for and accept support from others. So maybe that's what that Happy Families card is. Let people in to help you at the moment, because, you know, it can be very... And separation. So yeah, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So that would make me think that walking away is probably from a partner. So that's your card. I'll just pull out an angel card for something uplifting. Okay, so new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. So be open to giving and receiving. So either way, there's definitely love coming. So whether it's someone new or, you know, reignited passion, but I'm sort of feeling like if that's the case, you've probably already walked away from this person. And the fact that you got the make the effort card might be, you know, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. But overall, follow your gut feelings. You know, if you get any sort of messages, and they can be in songs, movies, books, conversation, you know, your own feelings, as in terms of if you start thinking about someone, you get pains in the stomach or a headache or feel sick, you know, they're definite messages, you know, so just take notice of those. Okay, so that was yours. That was for Annette. Dovey May Brazino. Dovey May Brazino. Okay. So what we've got for you, love, is Seven of Pentacles. So there's some sort of job offer here, or monetary offer, and you're not sure if you want to take it or not. Okay, so a new flux of energy is going to be coming through you, like massive, maybe different ways of thinking, and just a lot of physical energy. It sort of looks like you've got what you want, the world's in your grasp, so you're making your own decisions, which is good. And definitely next card, new ways of thinking. So there might be arguments because you're thinking differently, you know, and what you think, what you believe affects your moods and how you behave. So there's that. And then there's walking away from a love or something and feeling depressed about it. So you're definitely walking away. So, you know, whether this is a payout of some kind, but you definitely have new ways of thinking about things. You see things differently now, or you will. Now the love cards are: let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. This situation is calling for you to have faith, so trust. And codependency. So addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now I did that with my ex-husband, even though I asked him to get out because I felt my soul was dying. There was that element of codependency. You know, both of us had sort of mood disordered thinking at the time. So, you know, it was very difficult. So, you know, that can have such a stronghold. And in my case, I just went, you know, and sought help. You know, I'd go to healers, I'd go to psychologists, whatever I needed, read self-help books, whatever. But it's still difficult either way, it's work. Okay, so enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So, I don't know, maybe there's something coming that might, you know, maybe not as a honeymoon, but go away on a trip, you know, get away, just let your hair fly. Let your freak fly. Does you good. There's someone from Perth. Hello, Cedric. I hate saying things like this. It says, will my son get into our chosen school? All right, well, I just got no go for the second option, so I don't know. Okay, can I have a pregnancy reading, please? I'm just getting told you'll have a girl on the second try, so I don't know how you're going about it. Oh gosh. Surf 156. I have epilepsy, anxiety and depression. I have 54 seizures since January. I don't know if you've ever watched anything on YouTube about cannabis oil, how that can help with actually both depression and seizures. I'd look into that, and I'd find a healer that's close by that could actually do hands-on. And, you know, in regards to depression, I personally take a little bit of antidepressant per day because after that decade of being stalked, it did, you know, merry hell to my stress when you're constantly pumping cortisol. So sometimes you need something to help in that regard, and get a good psychologist, you know, that helps too, and have a good bunch of friends around you and family or whoever you have, you know. Be your own best friend though. So Jazz AMCD. Okay. So Jazz, let's have a look, babe. We got the Empress. So you know, cycles, you could be at the end of a cycle, or there could be a birthing of a new business or a child or something, but it's knowing that life is about cycles, you know, what they say every 7 years or something. That's generally a, you know, energetic cycle. The next one's the Moon, so confusion, not knowing which way to turn. There's, you know, a release of emotion, and at that time it's not a good time to make decisions. You know, we want to fix things and we, you know, want them to happen now, but sometimes it doesn't happen in the moment. You know, you've got to sort of be a little bit patient. The next cup shows there's love around you. You've got friends and maybe family around you, but they're all, you know, chatting away and you're not really invested in what they're saying. It's not really making any difference to you. The next card could be a legal card. So this could be a lawyer wanting balance, but then there's the Five of Swords also saying to back off a bit and choose what the next part is that you want. You know, where are you going to put your energy? Think about that. I'll just have a look in the 3 life path cards. Now, for this one, So environmentalist, you're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture and teach about nature and animals. I know for myself, you know, animals, I tune into them. They come in, you know, my dreams, and I have them sort of come to me for their owners, etc. at times. And they give me so much, like they make you just forget everything else, if you like. You know, you're just in the moment with them. So spend more time with animals and in nature. Creative expression, your soul longs to express itself creatively. You know, I mean, I'm an artist and I sort of tend to block that. I've got a few blocks there. But when you're in the moment, it's sort of like a meditation because you're actually in the moment. So whatever it is, doesn't matter whether it's cooking, singing, you know, sketching, whatever, you know, get into something and it just sort of frees you up a little bit, you know. And then the other animal, you've got another animal one here. So the environment one mentioned animals, but this specific one says you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. So that's beautiful. So, okay, so that's your reading. I hope that gave you some sort of insight into something. Thank you for the roses and the prezzies, guys. Hi, Carol. Surf. Now, I really need to find out if I'm going to be better. I can tell you that I was in a place where if I had not had children, I would not be here. I had no choice. I had to continue. And I had agoraphobia, I had a phone phobia, I had a car phobia, and they were because people would ring me and offload their thing, you know, problems, and I'd, not knowing I was an empath, would pick everything up, and I'd be sick, you know, and because I was stalked for a decade, and I literally up and down aisles in the shop and everywhere. Everything was a hassle. You know, I'd been attacked in the car twice, you know, so I had a whole range of things, depression, anxiety, everything. I now can function with a little bit of medication and having sought help via, you know, psychologists, and I didn't see very good ones. I had a psychic say to me, you know, you didn't really have very good experiences. I thought, no, but I had faith in the process. I've since done a Bachelor of Psychology myself, and I did it because I wasn't getting the help I needed for myself or my children, so I thought, well, I just have to do it myself, so I did. You know, it took a long time, but I eventually got there, and all I would say is a teacher of mine once said to me, you just behave your way out of it. So you just tackle one thing at a time and don't be too hard on yourself, you know. But I would definitely get someone who's into energy healing and work with that, because for 10 years I had a healer work on me, you know, because I knew that I could do so much myself, but I wanted that person to continue to help push me up a little bit. So if I can get through these things, darling, anyone can. So I would just say, make that your, you know, the work of your life is to be well, and you will eventually get there. Okay. Thank you, Chicky. Cheers and can't play the great. Can you go for me all? Now, SRRC. I can do one for you, love. Okay, so SRRC 3007. Okay, so around you at the moment, there may be some gossip and things feel icy, so, you know, arguments, that type of thing. Now, that's followed by the Page of Cups, which means now you need to start loving yourself more. And And like as we know and we've said multiple times, you know, if you don't love yourself, no one else is going to. If you don't love yourself, you accept things that are less than what you deserve. And you've really got to believe that you deserve the best. Now, the next card's the King of Wands, so that's a male. Could be in a work situation, or, you know, it could be you. The next card is the Page of Pentacles, which is the beginning of a job or a young male. It's either or. But if it's a job, it's going to bring growth. The thing is, we've got to get the cards down and have a look once we get the cards down. Next card is the World. So you're at the completion of a cycle. So that's good. So whatever it was, everything's in balance pretty much now. There's something new that's coming up that you'll try that will bring growth. You might feel a bit funny about it to start with. You're being told by your peers at work that you've done a great job, so that's good. There's some sort of wish to do with love. Maybe it hasn't manifested completely yet, but you may have feelings of love for someone. And then there's moving. And whether that's work or a house or not, I'm not sure, but like it's the Knight of Wands. There's movement, you know, it's on a Pegasus, but wands I usually see as work, or where you put your energy, where you put your passion. So I think definitely you've got to love yourself more. Definitely some male. It could be to do with either there's a young male there, or it's a new beginning of a new job. It's a cycle, so it was going to happen either way. Something new. Job well done at work, being supported by your, you know, family, well, your friends and your workmates. There's some sort of, you know, wish to do with love, and there is definitely movement there. It could be work, could be a home, but only you know that. I'll just pull out a 2, 3. Now, worth waiting for. So the Angel card, as in romance card, is divine timing is at work in your love life. So it's worth waiting for. So with that, I would say, you know, be patient and wait, because whatever is coming is worth waiting for. Hang on a sec, thank you. Now, Kylie, with what you got before, go with your gut. Whatever manifests, because, I mean, like I said, it depends on their free will as well. And I do believe, you know, we have soul contracts, and if we're meant to be with someone, we will, and if we're not, we're not. So it's as simple as that. So it's okay to desire somebody, but unless they want you back, it's not going to work. And, you know, if you do separate from someone and you are meant to be with them, you will end up back together. I mean, many people will date, and years later they get back together. It just depends on what your soul is agreeing to do, you know, or to learn. Because Earth is the planet of emotion and love and feeling, you know. That's what we learn on this planet. There are so many planets out there, but that's what we learn on this planet. And that's what I was told anyway. So that's the work of this planet, to feel, to have emotions, to have relationships, you know. So I wouldn't get caught up in worrying about those things. Just be yourself, let things unfold as they will, and just base your you know, what you do on how you feel about the situation in the moment, you know. Okay, so now you're saying there's no hope with him. Well, if that's the case, move along, you know. Yeah, there's no point hanging around if there's nothing in it, you know, no future in it. Oh, hang on. Okay, so where are you? Just lost. Now there's a lady on here. Okay, now, because these pop up, like, you know, you might get 40 or 50 messages pop up at once, it's really hard to keep track of them. But I just saw one a minute ago, and then it went with a lady who just lost her mum and wanted a reading. So this reading will be for you, because I'm getting lost in all this here. Okay, so basically what I'm getting for you is, okay, so there's travel plans, there may be some delays in travel plans, things aren't black and white, moving away from what's been a tumultuous life, there's justice or a legal card, so if you've lost your mum, of course, that may be, you know, on the cards. Now, you're feeling exhausted, but there is hope, so you know things will get better after this. Now there's a wound here that now you can heal, reminiscing about the past, which we all do when we lose someone. And then the last one, the Tower, is basically saying that what walls you built up to protect yourself are going to come down, and that's because, you know, you think and feel differently now, but when you do that you can renegotiate who you are, you know, what's right for you. So it is actually not that awful, you know. It's like, I used to look at this card and get a bit nervous to think, oh my God, what now? But it just means that you can reassess everything, and what works for you now stays, what doesn't goes. They're telling you, the angels are telling you to extend your light-hearted energy to others. So at this time it might be, you know, it might be beneficial to other people. And the Archangel card I'm getting to give you is your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and mind. So that's Archangel Uriel. Now also, when a loved one passes, I was only talking to my mum about this yesterday actually. I told her she'll pester me when she goes on the other side, no doubt. They can communicate with you more on the other side than they can do in real life. So, you know, you look for messages, you know, you might feel a little, you know, tap on the shoulder or a kiss on the cheek. I've felt, you know, my parents kissing me on the cheek. You know, there's all ways they can give us messages. For me, I might see a ladybird or a coin, you know, or a feather. You'll find that there will be something that comes up that you know for sure is from your mum. So, you know, and just know she can be with you 24/7. So although we miss the loss of them physically, spiritually and energetically, they can be with us always. So, oh Chicky, I thought I did one for you. I'll do yours now, darling. God bless you. So that was yours anyway. So sorry to hear of your mum passing. Okay, so Chicky, this is for you. Yeah, I've got a brain like a sieve sometimes, so I go, no, I definitely did that one. Apparently not. Okay, so for you, my darling. Okay, so we have, okay, some sort of monetary offer. So it could be a job. There's something there that's being offered to you, but you're not sure if you want to take that or not. It says that, you know, you've got what you need, so you're sort of quite happy and you know, grounded in that regard. So there's you know, money and means around you. Doesn't mean, you know, you're living the high life, but you're okay. The Queen of Swords means that could be a lawyer or a professional of some kind, a psychologist, or someone professional that you might be seeking out. Now, the next card's the Four of Swords, which actually can represent either a medical procedure or a getaway of some kind to give back to yourself, a retreat, you know, get out in nature more and connect to the elemental beings. They can help heal you, but still there's this feeling of isolation. You are at a crossroads at the moment, and you're being asked to bring in your psychic self and your earthly self together. So take notice of gut feelings, you know, messages. You know, if you're wanting to know something, what I usually do is go to bed and say, look, can you give me something in a dream? Can you show me what the reality is in this situation? Now, something's ending. There's a death card there. So something is ending, and, of course, then something new will come after that. Definitely see some new sort of job or traineeship or study or something. There's a Lover's card, which can mean a choice between two people or two different choices. Could be two jobs, whatever, but there's a choice. And what that often talks about is, you know, look at the fine print and, you know, really look into it, because, you know, whatever choice you make, there's usually, you know, a fallout from that, if you like. Now, the next card's the High Priestess, so you're feeling a bit dissatisfied at the moment. You've, you know, got a little way to go till the happy ending, but that's okay. You know, you know what's what. Things aren't black and white, like we all know. The next card shows a judgment card. So whether you're judging someone else or you're feeling that you're going to be judged, there is that energy. Once again, in the future, whatever decision you make will be right for you, and that's a happier outcome there. Now, in terms of the love cards, okay, so what we've got here, okay, so there's an attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So there's definitely an attraction. There's romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. Now, I haven't had that one come out before, so I'd be careful of that. So maybe when it's talking about having a choice, be careful what you choose, you know. Get to know them, because, as I say to my girls, I've got a 26-year-old and a 29-year-old daughter, and I say, you know, people can hide things about themselves for some time. You know, you've got to really get to know them, and, you know, don't do what Mama did and set up house with them straight away. Get to know them. So the next one says, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others, and separation. So whether there's someone, like, you know, if this is showing a choice here, the ending of something and legal, you know, a possibility of a legal matter, maybe, you know, you'll separate from one person and then you'll be with someone else. But that's sort of what the angels have brought up today. And the angel card for you is, now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. So you deserve heaven's help. So just know that your angels have your back, and when you're afraid or you're not feeling okay, ask for help. Okay, so that's your reading. So I just had someone try and jump in. Okay, Mehabajw, Mehabajw. Okay, well, this is just saying I've lost connection, which it did yesterday, and it actually did lose connection. So can anyone put a message up, say hello, so I know it's still connected? I'm not sure if it's still connected or not. I might do this as the last one just in case. Okay, so if this is still working, Mehabajw, this is your love reading, and then I'll sign off, guys, because this is starting to kick me off now. The phone's getting really hot. Oh, thanks, Colleen. Yep, okay. So, regards to love, it's saying an unrequited love. So there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Children, your love life is being affected by children, and give your relationship a chance. So work on your partnership. So whether that means there's someone else you're sort of interested in that's not the one you're with, and your children are, you know, affecting your choices, and or it's with the children's father, it's just saying give yourself a chance and work on your partnership. Okay, so the next card, well, the angel card I was given for that is, yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. And following that, now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So, okay, so, you know, you'll understand what those messages mean, if not right, you know, today, shortly. But definitely it's saying the time's right, there's going to be a happy outcome. And, you know, study will help you because whatever you study in the future will synthesize your knowledge into action. So God bless. Now, I think I'll leave it there, guys. What's today? It's... what have I got on tomorrow? I might jump on again tomorrow and do an hour tomorrow at some stage. So if you want to join the page and jump on again tomorrow, I might post before I go on so that people have a heads up, because it depends what I've got on. Okay, guys, God bless. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for all the little prezzies and things. I do paid readings as well. So you can go to... I've got a little... arrow where it's got my name, etc., which will take you to a YouTube channel. Now, I post these readings on the YouTube channel, and what happens is if you look at one of the posts there, I've got how to contact me. Actually, I've got links there, how to contact me on my Facebook page, which is usually where I book people in. I do the readings via, you know, phone or Facebook video. So, yeah, so if anyone wants a paid reading, you can book yourself in. That's no problem. Yeah, and I, you know, have what services I provide on there. I also have an art page, so I'm an artist. I've been creating art forever. So I've got, you know, my works on there. Yeah, I've got all sorts of pages, crystal pages, all sorts. So if you want to join me on my actual Facebook page, it's Robyn Nelson in Broken Hill. So, yeah, God bless, and I'll see you another time. Bye.